I still hear laughing every note. The seat's torn leather, but I don't care, 'cause I still feel your fingers tangled in my hair. That old Ford truck don't run like new, but it took me places, mostly to you. We didn't need much back in those days, just a little bit of love and some George Strait. Back when the songs were slow and true, and every word felt just like you, and vinyl spun and hearts were worn, and boots hit floors till early morn. We didn't fake it, we didn't rush, just a front bench seat and a gentle touch. Now all I've got is the life we stored in the dust on the dashboard. You wore my flannel, I wore your smile. We talked about forever every couple of miles. You lean in close at a red light stop, kiss me soft with the Conway drop. Now neon signs just don't shine the same, and all this chrome feels cold and plain. I'd trade these years all dressed in gold for one more ride on that gravel road. Back when the songs were slow and true, and every mile was me and you, and love was lived, not just sung, and freedom tasted like chewing gum. No GPS, no fancy chord, just a map in the glove and a heart restored. Now memories ride where we once rode, through the dust on the dashboard. Sometimes I park beneath that tree where you first said you loved me. Turn the key, though it don't start, but that silence still sings to my heart. Back when country felt like home, not just beats through a mobile phone, when stories mattered and hearts could mend, and goodbye didn't mean the end. So I'll keep driving down this court with a prayer and a pedal and a love I store in the dust on the dashboard. Yeah, that old truck's quiet, but it knows where every true love story goes. I was raised on back porch songs where mama hummed all evening long. Daddy's boots by the old screen door, and Hank Williams on at 4:30. He showed up in a faded dress with tangled hair and Sunday best. We slow danced in the gravel drive while George Strait kept our love alive. Play me that small town radio where hearts were real and time moved slow, where every line told a truth we knew, and steel guitar and shades of blue. We didn't need no city lights, just moonlit barns and summer nights. Love was loud and life was low on a small town radio. You left your boots by my back seat. We chased the stars down dusty streets, cassette tapes spinning worn out lines about forever and simpler times. The diner jukebox knew our song. We'd play it twice and sing along. Coffee cold but heart hearts were warm, sheltered in a country storm. Play me that small town radio with Rayba's voice and a twang so slow, where goodbye hurt but love was true, and every heartbreak sang like new. We didn't fake, we didn't hide, we wore our pain with country pride. Life was real and tears would flow on a small town radio. Lost the soul in the machine, but I still find you in those chords when I rewind the past we store. So tune me back to that quiet road where hearts got healed through every note, where love was raw and roots would grow deep as that old tobacco row. We were just kids, but didn't you know, forever lived on that radio. Yeah, I'll grow old, but never let go of that small town radio. I still remember that old dirt road where your sundress danced and the moonlight glowed. My pickup rattled like a worn-out tune, but your smile lit up that July moon. We had final dreams and borrowed time. You held my heart like a glass of wine. We didn't need no city lights, just Conway, Twitty, and Firefly nights. That was back when country was true, before it got polished and lost its roots. We sang out loud to the radio with calloused hands and hearts that know. Two young souls and faded blue, falling in love like the old songs do. No lies, no rush, just me and you, back when country was true. You'd write your name on the window pane while I traced hearts in the summer rain. We'd sneak past curfews, climb that hill, and watch the stars while the world stood still. Mama's voice on the front porch breeze, Grandpa's fiddle in the cotton trees. It wasn't rich, but it sure was right. That kind of love don't come overnight. That was back when country was strong, and every heartbreak in every song. Steel guitars and honest pain, singing about loss like a midnight train. You and I, we made our truth under the stars and a Baptist roof. No shame, no show, just sky so blue, back when country was true. Real behind that screen door. So take me back to that gravel lane where George sang soft in the pouring rain, where boots were muddy, hearts were clean, and forever fit in a backseat dream. We didn't fake it, we just knew how to love back when country was. Country was true. Out on the porch with a six-string in hand, Daddy played tunes from a dusty band. Mama sang sweet in the evening breeze, while I carved our names in the old oak trees. You showed up in a sun-washed tee, barefoot dreams and a smile just for me. We rode that truck till the stars came down, two hearts lost on the edge of town. Back in those country days where love was slow and radio plays told stories real as the sky was wide, with a steel guitar and a hitching ride. We had George and Dolly on late night shows, boots on dirt and hearts that know no fancy lights, no fast highways, just love back in those country days. We chased fireflies by the county line. You wore my jacket, your hand in mine. Saturday nights at the rodeo fair, cotton candy kisses and windblown hair. You said forever and I believed, under that sky we never could leave. Now that road is paved and the jukebox new, but my soul still hums that old country tune. Back in those country days with two-lane roads and southern grace, where grandpa's words and a front porch swing meant more than diamond wedding rings. We had love that the world don't make, built on hope and a little heartache. I'd give it all for one more stay back in those country days. Now it's neon bars and auto-tune songs, but I still know where I belong, with faded jeans and fiddle cries and that small town look in your eyes. Take me back to those country nights where the stars burned bold and hearts felt right. No TikTok fame or empty praise, just real love in the old school ways. If I could turn back time, I'd lay my boots and heart where memories stay, back in those country days. Yeah, I'm still singing through the haze, a boy in love in those country days. Had a hand-me-down truck, 84 Ford, two speakers blown, but I still hit record. You climbed in with your boots and grin, hair in the wind, let the summer begin. Your daddy warned you I was trouble and wild, but you just smiled, that sweet small town smile. We drove that back road past Miller's farm with the Conway song in your hand on my arm. Back when love was country and life moved slow, steel guitars and the radio glow. No GPS, just the stars above and a heart that beat with the first true love. No likes or posts, just Friday nights, tailgate talks and porch light fights. I still remember how you looked at me, back when love was country and we were free. We danced in boots at the county fair. You spun like a dream with daisies in your hair. I bought you a Coke and a silver ring. You swore forever in the moonlight's gleam. Mama said, boy, don't let her go. But time had a way of stealing slow. You left and fought for a bigger town, but I still hear your laugh when the sun goes down. Back when love was country, raw and true, with every goodbye stuck like glue. No city lights could outshine the way we felt in that Georgia pine. We didn't need much, just you and me, and a Randy Travis melody. It might be gone, but I still see back when love was country and you loved me. Now the songs all sound the same. No heartbreak, no small town name, but I've got a record and a photograph of a barefoot girl and a younger past. So play me back that old cassette with the words we never could forget, where love was loud and dreams were wide, and we were fire in the countryside. I'll never trade those memories, back when love was country and you were with me. Yeah, yeah, back when love was country and we were free. That old red barn still standing tall by the winding creek where we carved the wall. You wrote forever with a pocket knife in the summer heat. You became my life. The radio played old George and Merle while I spun you around like a small town girl. Barefoot dreams on a gravel road in a sunset sky only we ever know. Take me back where the country still lives, where love was earned and hearts forgive. Steel strings cried and the stories were true, and Friday night lights were just me and you. No neon lights, no big city spins, just front porch nights and back road grins. Yeah, I still believe in what it gives, that place in time where the country still lives. Your daddy's truck, it barely ran, but it got us through like a working man. We danced to vinyl in a faded shed with 1,000 stars just overhead. Mama's cornbread and Grandpa's grace, Sunday mornings at a slower pace. We didn't need no fancy things, just calloused hands and wedding rings. Take me back where the country still breathes, where you feel the song in the autumn leaves, a fiddle cry and a front porch swing, where a simple I do meant everything. The world may spin, but I still find that part of us they left behind. It's in my heart and how I live, that old school truth, where the country still lives. Now the charts play fast and slick, but I miss songs that used to stick, when every word was carved in oak and every tear was something spoke. So play that tape, let the needle fall, let the memories come, let the quiet call, 'cause those still holding on to where the country still is. Yeah, where the country still is. Sunset slow on a gravel lane, Mama's voice floating through a window pane. Daddy's out front strumming old John Prine, and I'm thinking about you like every time. You wore my jacket with the sleeves too long, we danced in boots to a wailing song. Your laugh still echoes in the breeze like a melody on worn out keys. Back when life was simple and sweet, we found forever on a two-lane street. Steel guitars on the radio played while you leaned in and the whole world faded. No city lights, no fancy show, just love and dust and a country glow. I still remember how it felt to know you and me and a small town radio. The diner's gone, but I still recall sharing milkshakes in a booth near the wall. Your hand in mine, your eyes so wide, the kind of love that don't know pride. Friday nights under neon skies, spinning you round with fire in your eyes. It wasn't rich, but it sure was gold, like a vinyl heart that won't grow old. Back when love was slow and true, and every song somehow felt like you. Old cassette tapes and a midnight breeze, your whisper soft through the maple trees. No rush, no need to let it go. We were young and the stars hung low. We made a life from a country show, you and me in a small town radio. Now it's digital dreams and auto-tune lines, but I trade them all for your hand in mine. One more slow dance in the back of that store where the jukebox played till they closed the door. Back when the truth came wrapped in twang and every goodbye still had a name. You loved me wild, I loved you slow, like a good old song from long ago. I still hear us in the static glow, you and me in a small town radio. Yeah, you and me on that small town radio. The sunset slow on a gravel lane, Mama's voice floating through a window pane. Daddy's out front strumming old John Prine, and I'm thinking about you like every time. You wore my jacket with the sleeves too long, we danced in boots to a wailing song. Your laugh still echoes in the breeze like a melody on worn out keys. Back when life was simple and sweet, we found forever on a two-lane street. Steel guitars on the radio played while you leaned in and the whole world faded. No city lights, no fancy show, just love and dust and a country glow. I still remember how it felt to know you and me and a small town radio. The diner's gone, but I still recall sharing milkshakes in a booth near the wall. Your hand in mine, your eyes so wide, the kind of love that don't know pride. Friday nights under neon skies, spinning you round with fire in your eyes. It wasn't rich, but it sure was gold, like a vinyl heart that won't grow old. Back when love was slow and true, and every song somehow felt like you. Old cassette tapes and a midnight breeze, your whisper soft through the maple trees. No rush, no need to let it go. We were young and stars hung low. We made life from a country show, you and me and a small town radio. Now it's digital dreams and auto-tune lines, but I trade them all for your hand in mine. One more slow dance in the back of that store, where the jukebox played till they closed the door. Back when the truth came wrapped in twang, and every goodbye still had a name. You loved me wild, I loved you slow, like a good old song from long ago. I still hear us in the static glow, you and me in a small town radio. Yeah, you and me on that small town radio. There's a crack in the speaker, but the music still plays. A little hiss and hum from the golden days. Mama's in the kitchen, Daddy's fixing the gate, and I'm out here dreaming past the county state. You wore my Letterman boots kicked high, hair full of wind, stars in your eyes. We had nothing but a heart and a wheel, and a George Strait song that made it all feel real. Back when love had calloused hands and slow dance dreams in the high school gym, when Friday nights were for tailgates and the only time we knew was late. We didn't need much, just a song and a smile, two hearts tangled in a back road mile. Life was sweet, wild and vinyl, back in the days with dust on the vinyl. You'd laugh when the needle skipped a line, didn't matter, we knew every rhyme. We kissed to Reba, cried with cash, made promises we thought would last. You said forever on that summer swing, I swore it too with a Walmart ring. But life rolled on like an old freight train, now it's just me and that window pane. Back when the world turned nice and slow, and love was something you didn't outgrow. Steel guitars told the truth in tears, and voices held the weight of years. We lived for moments, not for style, every heartbreak worth the while. Time moved on, but I stay a while, here in the dust with dust on the vinyl. Now it's streaming dreams in polished tone, but this old record still feels like home. Let it spin, let it crack, let it play through the night, where your voice comes back in the morning light. Back when a song could save a soul, and loving you was my only goal. When broken roads were where we'd kiss, and every lyric felt like this. So I'll rewind just one more mile, back to the love in a country style, still here in the dust, with dust on the vinyl. Yeah, I'm still here in the dust, with dust on the vinyl.
There's a crack in the speaker, but the music still plays. A little hiss and hum from the golden days. Mama's in the kitchen, Daddy's fixing the gate, and I'm out here dreaming past a county state. You wore my Letterman boots kicked high, hair full of wind, stars in your eyes. We had nothing but a heart and a wheel, and a George Strait song that made it all feel real. Back when love had calloused hands and slow dance dreams in the high school gym, on Friday nights before tailgates, and the only time we knew was late. We didn't need much, just a song and a smile, two hearts tangled in a back road mile. Life was sweet, wild and vine. Oh, back in the days with dust on the vinyl. You'd laugh when the needles skipped a line. Didn't matter, we knew every rhyme. We kissed a rainbow crowd with cash, made promises we thought would last. You said forever on that summer swing. I swore it too with a Walmart ring. But life rolled on like an old freight train. Now it's just me and that window pane. Back when the world turned nice and slow, and love was something you didn't outgrow. Steel guitars told the truth in tears, and voices held the weight of years. We lived for moments, not for style. Every heartbreak worth the while. Time moved on, but I stayed a while. Here in the dust with dust on the vinyl. Now it's dreaming dreams and polished tone, but this old record still feels like home. Let it spin, let it crack, let it play through the night, where your voice comes back in the morning light. Back when a song could save a soul, and loving you was my only goal. When broken roads were where we'd kiss, and every lyric felt like this. So I'll rewind just one more mile, back to the love in a country style. Still here in the dust with dust on the vinyl. Yeah, I'm still here in the dust with dust on the vinyl. We had a rusted out Ford and a map in the glove, gas station coffee and a pocket of love. Your hair in the wind, boots on the dash, a George Strait song, and we didn't need cash. We'd park by the river, let the moonlight fall. You'd hum Dolly's tune like you knew it all. No phones, no screens, just me and you, and the crackle of a late night country tune. That was that kind of country, slow and real, where a steel guitar could make you feel. When love was lived, not bought or sold, and hearts were young but wise and bold. Two kids dancing on a dirt road bend, thinking forever had no end. Yeah, I still miss what used to be, that kind of country, you and me. Mama called us in when the porch light came. Daddy played fiddle, never needed fame. Saturday nights at the county fair, we'd sneak off just to breathe the air. You wore my flannel, I wore your smile. We sat in that truck and dreamed a while. Now it's all changed on the radio dial, but I'd give the world to go back a mile to that kind of country, pure and slow, where stories mattered and hearts would grow. Before the neon and the polished sound, we found heaven on common ground. A six-pack chilling by an old oak tree, just country love, wild and free. It wasn't perfect, but it sure felt right, that kind of country every night.
but I still hear us in those rhymes. Spinning that vinyl, turn it up high, let that old school spirit fly. Back to that kind of country, strong and true, with Conway, Reba, and a sky so blue, where love was more than just a song, and forever didn't feel so long. I'll hold that time in memory, 'cause that was country, and that was me, and you. Yeah, we lived it deep and we lived it loud. That kind of country they don't play now. We had a rusty old truck and a cooler of beer, a Conway Twitty song ringing loud and clear. You were barefoot, laughing in the heat, singing along, tapping time with your feet. The sun went down on a red dirt lane. You leaned on me in a warm July rain. We had dreams that stitched in worn-out jeans and a dashboard full of old routines. Back when it was country through and through, steel guitars and sky so blue. Love was slow and hearts were strong. We lived each word of every song. No big stage, no need to pretend, just two young souls in a road with no end. Yeah, I miss the way it used to be, back when it was country. Just you and me. Your daddy worked hard, your mama made pie. We'd swing on that porch till the fireflies died. You wore my jacket when the nights got cool. We kissed to the sound of an old church bells. Friday nights were a rodeo haze. Saturday mornings were slow and amazed. That little town didn't have much gold, but it had your smile, and that never got old. Back when it was country raw and right, bonfires burning into the night. You and me in a world so small, but it felt like we had it all. No spotlight dream, no chasing fame, just whispered hearts and your sweet name. It was real, it was wild, it was free, back when it was country.
no one's around, I'd trade all the shine of today's parade for one more dance in that moonlit shade. Back when it was country, clean and true, with a broken guitar and a dream or two. Life was hard, but love was kind, and we left our worries far behind. If I could go, I'd go tonight to that old dirt road in your porch light, where the music matched the life we'd lead. Back when it was country, and that's all we need. Yeah, back when it was country, and that was everything.